that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perish, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Jesus Christ. Let me read a portion of it again. That the trial of your faith, being more precious than gold that perish, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise, honor, and glory at the appearing of Jesus Christ. Our thought this morning is forged by fire, wounded by God. You may be seated. We are still in the midst of our preparation before elevation time. We're still in the midst of the series Within Reach, but Out of Touch. We're coming down the home stretch to our portion of Etch that deals with healing. And so then this morning we're going to take a different perspective as it relates to healing. Because sometimes our healing will manifest through our understanding from God's perspective. Because regardless of what has transpired in our life, everything that has happened, God has permitted it. And so then, while we are sometimes furious, bitter, and angry with people, the truth of the matter, God permitted it. And so then, I may look and think and believe and perceive, and my flesh identifies that I may have been wounded by a specific individual or situation, but the truth of the matter, I was wounded by God. That's why the Bible says in the book of Hosea, the 6th chapter, he says, come and let us return to the Lord. Why? Because God was the one, Kim, that torn you. Remember, God was the one who has stricken you. But make no mistake, the same God that has torn us, that has stricken us, will heal us and bind us. This is why he says, return, come and let us return. Because the wounding that I encumbered pushed me away from God. Yes. When I got hurt, like many of us do, we say, I'm through with church. I'm done. And so we left church, but we left God at the same time. And so Hosea says, come. Here's the plea. Come and let us return back to the Lord. Because make no mistake, give this understanding. He was the one that has torn us. But make no mistake, he will be the same God to heal us. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Yes, know that it is God is the one that has allowed us to be stricken. But make no mistake, he will be the God that will bind us up. This is why the Bible says many are the afflictions of the righteous. Many are the afflictions of the righteous. Many are the afflictions of the righteous. Many are the afflictions of good people. I need you to hear that. Because sometimes bad things happen to good people. And so he says that the same God that has torn us, rent us, torn us, broken us, will be the same God to heal us. The same God that allowed the situation to manifest that my heart was broken, that my mind was put in a place of depression, will be the same God to bind us, but it's conditional. I got to come back. I got to come back. And so then, this is why we have to answer or know that this is the answer to the question, who did this to me? I know who was the orchestrator of it, but who was the one who came up with the plan for it? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Because make no mistake, if I believe, we're taught even as kids that God has the whole world in his hand. We sang that song as little kids. He's got the whole world in his hands. Then that means my life was in his hands, and he must have permitted me to be torn, to be stricken, to be hurt, to be deceived, to be manipulated, to be betrayed. And so then, once we can possibly get our minds around that it is God that has done this thing to me. I know you were just the instrument. I know you were just a tool. I know that you were just blinded by Satan's devices. But make no mistake, Satan can only do what God permitted him to do. And so then once I understand that why this happened, or how did it happen, or who caused this to happen, I now need to begin to understand how did it happen. Not on this level, watch this, not because you already have the movie.
Yes, Lord.
You've already watched the movie, bought popcorn and a drink to your situation.
Yes,
some of you have even invited people to watch your own personal movie.
Come on, Pastor.
In fact, some of you might want to win a Grammy or a Tony because of what you've gone through. But if we would go to another plane from God's perspective, how did this thing come upon me? If you would look in the book of Isaiah, the 54th chapter. We've heard this verse. He says, behold, I, God, Jehovah, created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. And it was I who caused him to bring forth an instrument for his word.
Yes, sir.
Listen there. He said, look now. You're looking at them. I need you to look at me. While you are angry and taking your frustration out on them, I want you to understand I'm the one that created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. I am the one who made your blacksmith. Oh my God. I am the one who did it. And so understand that when we talk about a blacksmith afflicts the metal. It is the blacksmith who blows the coals that turns up the fire on the metal. This is why he says, I have refined thee. Watch this. I've made you better when I put you in the furnace of affliction.
Come on.
You didn't become a praise and worshiper till you got in the furnace.
What you say?
You didn't step into your calling till you got in the furnace. You didn't run to my house until you got in the furnace. And so it is God who uses fire to make us so that we can withstand the fire that we will go through. Watch this. God uses fire to make me so I can withstand the fire that I will go through. You say, what fire are you referring to? Okay, come on, y'all. Come on, catch up with me. That's why Paul says that when we put on the whole armor of God, that we may be able to withstand the fiery. Come on, y'all read that scripture, right? So the reason I can withstand his fire is because I've been made with fire. I've been made with a fire that can't burn up. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? And so then he put a fire on the inside of me so that when I would go through the fire will burn up everything that's not like him that's in me. But it wouldn't burn me up. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? It wouldn't consume me. And so then this is why when God told Moses in the book of Exodus, he said, Moses said, I need to go and see that there's a bush consumed. It was on fire, but it's not consumed. It's burning, but it ain't burned up yet. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? And so then, this is why you have to understand that you've gone through the fire, but look, tell your neighbor, look at me now. I may smell like smoke, but I ain't burned up yet. What you smell? I ain't been smoking cigarettes. I ain't been smoking weed. I ain't been smoking weed. But the truth of the matter, I've been through a furnace. And the furnace that God took me through burned out some stuff in me, but it didn't burn me up. To the point where now I'm consumed with the fire on the inside. And so then we have to realize that when God says, I created the blacksmith, then I must ask this question. Is the teacher. Then what does the blacksmith use to bring about the fire in my life? One of the processes that a blacksmith uses is called upsetting. And what upsetting is that it will make one area thicker in one dimension and make the other area smaller. Let's think about that. It will cause an area in my life that has elongated and been magnified to be reduced.
Yes, sir.
And the area that is small and minimal in my life to expand. This is why God has upset so many of our plans.
Yes, sir.
The Bible says that there's a way that seemeth right. The Bible lets us know, Jeremiah says, I know the thoughts that I think towards you. In other words, there are many plans that we have, but only the counsel of the Lord shall stand. And so God has to come and to upset us sometimes, because there's some areas in our life that's too big for God. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. There's some areas in our mindset, in our attitude, in our disposition, in our behavior that God has to minimize. Because at the end of the day, God says, be ye holy, for I am holy. And when I look at the things in you, they don't make you holy. So I have to bring about some upsetting in your life. It had to bring about some upsets in your life. Because when there's an upset, I'm just a sports fanatic. CJ, you know what an upset is. An upset is a situation, come on Brandon, talk back to me. An upset is a situation where you have an opponent in the game who was supposed to win. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying? Based upon, come on Tristan, based upon their IQ, based upon their economic status, based upon their pedigree, based upon their financial situation, based upon their last name, based upon their agility, based upon their capability, based upon their speed, based upon their mindset, based upon their age, based upon where they live, based upon where they drive, based upon who their coach is. They were supposed to win, but an upset comes in because there's some hidden factors to need. Help me in this place. There's some hidden factors that when you look at me, you size me up the wrong way. Because there's an old saying, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight. That's some fight in me. That's some fight. And so the enemy has to, so God has to use some upsetting. He has to turn some stuff, Nick, upside down in your life. Because if he doesn't, it will get so big that it will interfere with your destiny. Oh my God. Me and First Lady were just having this conversation the other day. And you know, I asked this, well I ain't asked her, but I said, you know this, you didn't marry your high school sweetheart, did you? No. And I told her I didn't marry mine either. They was upset, wasn't they? They was upset. And you realize, because you think back, You were so in love with them. You knew y'all was going to be together forever. Some of y'all got tattoos. I'm talking to people in Facebook. You got me and Johnny. Johnny ain't around. And so there's some things that God has to upset. Because he knows that if I commit them, if I commit him or her or that relationship or that mindset or that ideology, that philosophy, that attitude, if I allow it to persist, it's going to hurt you in the long run. It's going to hurt you. Can I talk to the brothers for a minute? You know, usually I talk to you women all the time, so y'all all right this time. Y'all probably glad. Look at them and say, amen. Brothers, let me help you out on something, okay? The reason you get caught every time, I'm talking to people on Facebook. The reason you get caught is because God knows that if I let that whorish behavior contaminate,
make it plain.
You will not reach your destiny. Nobody say it like that. But, however, you know, some people like Big Mama, you don't believe fat meat. So just keep on trying, and you're going to keep getting caught. And so then this is why God uses the fire, because he has to upset some stuff, to turn us, to push us back, to cause us to let go of some things, some people. But then there's another process that I want to deal with today. It's called foraging. That's why we said forged by fire, but wounded by God. When we deal with, watch this, when we talk about this process of foraging, y'all stay with me. Watch this. There are three tools that the blacksmith must use. There's an anvil, there's a hammer, and then there are a pair of tongs that he must use. Now, the anvil is the backdrop or the situation that occurs in your life. The anvil is the situation in your life that God forages you in. Whether it's in a broken relationship, whether it's in some type of abuse, whether it's in some type of abandonment, some rejection, this is what God uses to forge you. This is why we look at some situations and we wonder, why do they persist? It is because, Elder Joan, God is using that situation to mold you. This is why the Bible says God spoke to Job in the whirlwind. And see, so often, Miss Patricia, we pray to God so quick, we go straight, many of the afflictions of the righteous, but God deliver us out of all. And so we ready for God to bring us out tomorrow.
That's right.
But the reason, Michelle, he does is because God says, I need this situation to persist. Because I insist that you be better.
That's right.
Y'all hearing what I'm saying?
That's good.
Because, can I talk about me? I don't want to talk about you because I need you to come back next Sunday. You know, sometimes we can be stubborn.
Yes, sir.
You know, we just be bent, later bent that this how I'm going to do it. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Sometimes we don't listen to that. Y'all want to listen to Kurt Franklin all the time. Okay. Yeah. And so then he allows them to persist because he needs that situation in your life to push you somewhere.
That's right.
To drive you out of places. To change your mindset. Because sometimes, you know, we think we can really bargain with God and make God do what we want. Let Let me know how that works out. It ain't gonna work, but you know, y'all, some of y'all, you try. And so he uses the anvil as the backdrop. Now what the hammer does, oh my God, the hammer brings the pressure.
Oh God, teach it here.
Because every time they say something, it pounds on me. Every time they do something, it does something to me. Every time the situation keeps happening, it begins to shift and push me in a different way. And so then God continues to apply the hammer in our lives. This is why I don't know that y'all haven't been in this place, but sometimes I feel like I'm being picked on. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing the best that I can, but yet I'm catching the most hell. Okay, y'all ain't trying.
Yes, sir.
And so then you start asking God and wondering, God, what is happening? What am I not doing that I'm getting this type of treatment? This is the fallacy that we have to eradicate from our mindset. Is that just because bad things are happening to you doesn't mean you've done something wrong.
That's right. Well, please teach that. Teach that. Yeah.
Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? This is why he said, know that the trial of your faith, that word trial means that there's an experiment taking place.
Come on.
And you say, what experiment is God doing in my life? He's trying to prove your value.
That's good.
Come on.
He's trying to search out
Yes, sir.
your worth.
Yes.
And so then he does it when he begins to try you. Because it's easy to stand up and shout glory to God, but when all hell breaks loose, who do you turn to? Where is your faith then?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And see, one of the things as a believer, we can believe God for your situation, Pastor Matt, but when hell shows up at my front door. And so then he uses the hammer to try me, to push me, to beat on me. But then, while he's beating on me, because make no mistake, the beating doesn't feel good. He takes the tongue to hold me in place. Because after the first lick, I'm going to run. This is when you start calling everybody and they don't answer your call. So then he beats again. That's when you start calling folk to touch and agree with you. And after they touch and agree with you, you still in the same boat mentally. He's still holding me in place. Then you know how we go grab another scripture. Some things come by fasting and praying. So you done fasted and prayed for 21 days. Because you read Daniel, praying and fasting 21 days. But when the 22nd day comes, he's still holding you in place. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? But the reason God is holding you in place is because he's trying to drive out of you some things that shouldn't be in you. But watch. To also put in you a peace that doesn't exist now. That's why he's holding you in place. Because by keeping you stationary, it forges in you a peace of God. This is why Paul says when we put on the whole armor of God, that our feet should be sharp. That our feet should be sharp. That word sharp means, watch this to me, that they ought to be fastened to the bottom of my feet. So then peace ought to be fastened to the bottom of my feet. Which means, can I say it in a vernacular that you would understand, Ebony style? That means I ought to have some killer shoes. See, too many of y'all worry about red bottoms. And I don't have no problem with red bottoms. Get you some red bottoms. But before you put on the red bottoms, make sure your feet are shod with the gospel of peace. So that when you put on the red bottoms and you're walking through all hell and high water, you ought to still have peace. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? This is why he brings us to this place. I'm trying to hold this in place. Y'all stay. He's trying to, this is why he holds us in place. After we done fasted, after we done prayed, after we done ran and slang oil, like they did on the walls of Jericho, after we done got 50 people to touch and agree, after we done made a shot that will push up, after all of that is taking place, God is still holy. But not only is he still holy, he's still beating me. Because I'm trying to forge the power in you that cannot come unless I bring you to this habit. This is why some stuff had to happen. This is why they had to betray you.
You preach it. You preach it.
This is why they had to abandon you.
Yes.
Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? It wasn't my preference. I didn't ask for it. I didn't call on God's name. I wasn't bothering nobody else. But this is what showed up. But this is why it showed up.
Thank you, Lord.
Because I couldn't put in you what I needed to unless I held you in place and begin to pound on you. Because I'm trying to forge in you something that you can't get anywhere else. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? You have to understand. Watch this. I want you to understand there are three things real quick about affliction, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, watch this. Affliction will make sure that you're emptied, but not empty-handed. Wow, I missed it. Affliction is designed to empty us out of some impurities, out of some imperfections, out of some attitudes, out of some ways. You know, we think a certain way and can't nobody tell. You hear what I'm saying? And so then affliction is designed to empty out of us the stuff that don't belong in us.
Yes.
Because some of the things that happened to us was because we were zealous.
Come on.
Some of the things happened to us because we were desiring a position. We wanted a title. We wanted it more than we wanted God. We want a name more than we want God. And so then affliction has to come because it has to rearrange our priorities. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? I'm going to get rid of this because I'm going to another place. And so he brings this affliction because there's some stuff in my hand that won't allow him to feel this hand with his power.
Come on.
And so then affliction makes you empty your hands so you can lift them up. See, I'm going to talk about myself. I'm going to talk about you. The reason I couldn't come into the house of God and lift up holy hands is because my hands were full of something. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? And so then affliction will make you empty that stuff out. Affliction will make you rearrange your life. Well, some of us are so, we got our show, we got, the DVR, and we got to watch Greenleaf and Power and all these shows. Won't even answer the phone when they come on. Because we got to see them. But then when stuff is going on in your life, you don't think about Greenleaf. You don't think about ghosts. And so this is why affliction is designed to empty you. So God can put something in you that's better than what you had. Here's the second reason that God brings affliction. Affliction is nourishment. Affliction is nourishment. It is bread and meat. Yeah, see, I was shouting a few minutes ago. Now, for all you called people, all you people in here who say you want to be used by God, and say you want to use me, I'll be satisfied. Then understand When God uses you, he has to feed you bread. You say, what do you mean by that? I believe in the book of Exodus. You can find Exodus and in Psalms. The Bible says that God made the Canaanites serve them as bread to the people. You say, man, what do you mean by that? What God did was he allowed their enemies to be defeated to show them that he was God. But first, the enemy had to come at them to cause them to be afflicted, so that then they will call upon the name of the Lord.
Yes.
So then if you want, because some of you praying, Lord, strengthen me.
Watch out.
You want to get stronger? Affliction coming. Affliction comes. And so then he says that they were bread or they were meats for the children of Israel. And so then when God is trying to grow us, he grows us in a unique place called affliction. Because here's the third reason. There are some things that won't grow in common soil. There are some fruits that won't manifest your life in the soul of peace. There are some things, Miss Patricia, that God will not endow you with until you are birthed out of affliction. And so then affliction will produce in your perseverance. It will produce in you a dedication and a commitment to God that otherwise you won't have. And so then God uses affliction as a place to grow me up, as to raise me up, as to strengthen me, as to make me more committed to manifest himself in me. And so then this is why we find ourselves in affliction, because God is saying, I need you to understand that I'm going to raise you up. Because here's the thing, watch, I got to teach you how God works. Because this is what sets us up. God shows us a vision of what we call to be. And we get all excited. He called me to be a prophet. He called me to be a prophetess. He called me to be evangelist. He calls me that I'm going to bring thousands to the kingdom. And we get all excited. But after that comes affliction.
Yes, sir.
And so we get baffled because we're wondering, wait a minute, God, affliction seems contradictory to what you showed me. But it's because I didn't understand the affliction was the means, the mechanism, the train, the vehicle that God was going to bring what he showed you to pass. I didn't know it at first. I just thought it was going to come because I read. I got in the Bible and started reading, because the word says, study, show thyself approved, a workman rightly dividing the word of truth. The word is quick, powerful, it's a two-edged sword. See, I thought it was going to come that way. I didn't have nobody came to come and tell you, now that you got the vision, here comes the affliction. Because had I known that, I might not would have said, yes, Lord. But see, he didn't tell us that part. He just showed us the end. Because he understands that if you keep your eye on the end, it doesn't matter about the affliction. This is why Hosea says, come back. Let us return. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? And so then once I understand this, I'm closing right here. Once I understand that this affliction is going to come out of this type of ground, I have to then realize that when God is trying me, he's doing so not because he's trying to hurt me, but to grow me. Because the Bible says this. Watch this. This is why I try my best to teach you, so you'll understand what's happening in your life. Because sometimes this is what I say for myself. I can deal with what's happening in my life if I understand why it's happening.
Right. Amen. Yes.
I can deal with it. So watch this. The Bible says in Exodus that when Pharaoh because he was mad with the children of Israel, he decided to afflict them. But it says, Katrina, the more he afflicted them, the more they grew.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
What are you trying to tell me?
Yes, sir.
The more I afflict you, the more you grow. So the more I beat on you,
Yeah.
the more you're going to grow.
Yeah.
The more malleable you become. Watch this. And so then all of a sudden I find myself growing. And I didn't realize that I had grown until I look back and see that I'm not in the place that I once was in. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm not where I used to be because I've been afflicted. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? And this is why Jesus prayed. He said, Peter, I'm praying for you. Because I know Satan desired to sift you as wheat. He says, but I'm praying that your faith fail not. Because I know affliction is getting ready to